Hi everybody, Brian Batterman here, and today I want to talk to you about a very easy system that you can use to make improvements in your business. Now this is the first of a three-part series where I'll show you how to look at things in your business and identify those things that maybe aren't going so well, and then how to use this system to make some pretty significant improvements. So let's get started. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to think about an activity that you perform on a regular basis. Something that you do maybe daily or at least a couple times a week. Could be creating a proposal, maybe meeting with a prospect or a client, or delivering a service. Doesn't matter. Just identify something that you do on a regular basis. All right, next. I want you to list all of the actions that you take to complete that activity. But I want you to think about it just a little bit differently. Instead of just focusing on what actions you take to accomplish that activity, I want you to think about what you do in preparation. What do you do before you take action on that activity? As well as, what do you do after the activity is complete? Let me give you an example. Let's say I have a weekly networking meeting, and when I go to the meeting, I know there's a couple of things that are going to happen. I'm going to present a 2-minute elevator speech. I'm probably going to get some referrals. I'm going to provide referrals, and perhaps I schedule some one-on-one meetings with some of the members. Okay, pretty straightforward. I clearly understand what happens at the meeting. What do I do before the meeting? Well, I'm probably going to create that 2-minute speech and practice it a couple of times. I'll gather any materials that I'm going to leave behind, any brochures or business cards or any other marketing material, and clearly I've got to drive to the meeting. So I've identified all those actions. Well, what do I do after the meeting? Well, I drive back to the office. I'm going to take action on the referrals I've received. I'll get them into my database and I'll make a call and reach out to them. Any meetings that I scheduled, I want to get on my calendar as well. So now look, I've identified all of the actions that I take to complete that activity of that networking meeting. So now I'm going to step back and I'm going to say, okay, how much time am I investing in that activity? Well, I look at my before actions and I say, well, I'm going to estimate about 30 minutes of my time on a weekly basis. Similarly, I'll look at the after actions and I'll say that's about 30 minutes too. And if I know the meeting's an hour and a half, now I understand very clearly that I'm spending 2.5 hours a week on this activity of a networking meeting. And I understand very clearly all of the actions that I take. Okay, in the next segment, we're going to go look at those actions and we're going to start identifying where there might be opportunities for improvement. So identify your activity, list out all of the actions before, during, and after, make some estimates of time, and we'll talk to you in the next segment.